Hello friends, welcome to our channel Namastu. By saying learn what you love and love what you learn, we'll start with our video. Now let us move on to the exercise 1.2. So in the first question, they have asked us to express each numbers as a product of its prime factors. In that, the first question is 140. So we need to find the prime factors of 140. In order to find its prime factors, we need to divide 140 by its least number which is divisible by it. Therefore, when we divide 140 by 2, we will get it as 70. Now, the least number which is divisible by 70 is again 2. Therefore, when we divide 70 by 2, we will get it as 35. Therefore, the next least number which is divisible by 35 is 5. And now, if we divide 35 by 5, we will get it as 7. And 7 is divisible by 7 itself. Therefore, the prime factors of 140 are 2 into 2 into 5 into 7, which can also be written as 2 square into 5 into 7. And now the second question they have given it as 156. Now the least number which is divisible by 156 is 2. If we divide 156 by 2, we will get it as 78. And now the least number which is divisible by 78 is again 2. Therefore, when we divide 78 by 2, we will get it as 39. Again, the least number which is divisible by 39 is 3. Therefore, if we divide 39 by 3, we will get 13. And 13 is divisible by the number itself, which is 13. Therefore, the prime factors of 156 are 2 into 2 into 3 into 13, which can also be written as 2 square into 3 into 13. Now let us move on to the third problem, that is 3825. Now the least number which is divisible by 3825 is 3. Therefore, when we divide 3825 by 3, we will get it as 1275. Now in the next step, the least number which is divisible by 1275 is 3. Therefore, when we divide 1275 by 3, we will get it as 425. Now 425 cannot be divisible by 3. Therefore, the next least number which is divisible by 425 is 5. Now, when we divide 425 by 5, we will get it as 85. Again, the least number which is divisible by 85 is 5. Therefore, when we divide 85 by 5, we will get it as 17. And the number 17 is divisible by itself, which is 17. Therefore, the prime factors of 3825 are 3 into 3 into 5 into 5 into 17, which can also be written as 3 square into 5 square into 17. Now let us move on to the fourth question, that is 5005. Now the least number which is divisible by 5005 is 5. Therefore, when we divide 5005 by 5, we will get it as 1001. Now 1001 cannot be divisible by 5. The next least number which is divisible by 1001 is 7. Therefore, when we divide 1001 by 7, we will get it as 143. Since 143 cannot be divisible by 7, the next least number which is divisible by 143 is 11. Therefore, when we divide 143 by 11, we will get it as 13, which is divisible by the number itself, that is 13. Therefore, the factors of 5005 are 5 into 7 into 11 into 13. Now let us move on to the fifth question, that is last question of the first main question, which is given as 7429. In order to factorize this, the least number which is divisible by 7429 is 17. Therefore, when we divide 7429 by 17, we will get it as 437. Now the number 437 cannot be divisible by 17. Therefore, the next least number which is divisible by 437 is 19. Therefore, when we divide 437 by 19, we will get it as 23, which can be divisible by the number itself, that is 23. Now, the prime factors of 7429 are 17 into 19 into 23. Now, let us move on to the second main question, where they have asked us to find the LCM and HCF of the following pair of integers and verify that LCM into HCF equal to product of two numbers. In that, the first question they have given us 26 and 91. So in this problem, we need to find the prime factorization of 26 and 91 separately. So in order to find the prime factors of 26, we need to find such a number which is least divisible by it. Therefore, the least number which is divisible by 26 is 2. When we divide 26 by 2, we will get it as 13, which is divisible by the number itself. And now we need to find the prime factors of 91. So in order to find the prime factors of 91, we need to find such a number which is least divisible by it. Therefore, the least number which is divisible by 91 is 7. So when we divide 91 by 7, we will get 13, which is divisible by the number itself, that is 13. Therefore, the prime factors of 26 are 2 into 13. And the prime factors of 91 are 7 into 13. Now, in order to find the highest common factor, we need to find the common term in both 91 and 26. Therefore, the common term in both of these is 13. Therefore, the HCF of 26 and 91 is 13. In order to find the LCM, we need to multiply the other terms with the highest common factor, that is LCM equal to 2 into 7 into the highest common factor, that is 13, which is equal to 182. Now we need to prove that LCM into HCF will give us the product of two numbers. Therefore, LCM into HCF we have it as 182 into 13, which gives us 2366 on the left hand side. On the right hand side, the product of two numbers, that is 26 and 91, we have it as 26 into 91, which gives us 2366. Therefore, it is verified. Now let us move on to the second question, that is 510 and 92, where we have to find their LCM and HCF. In order to find their LCM and HCF, we need to find the prime factors of both 510 and 92 separately. In order to find the prime factor of 510, we need to find a number which is least divisible by it. Therefore, the least number which is divisible by 510 is 2. Therefore, when we divide 510 by 2, we will get it as 255. Now the least number which is divisible by 255 is 3. Therefore, when we divide 255 by 3, we will get it as 85. Now 85 cannot be divisible by 3. Therefore, the next least number which is divisible by 85 is 5. Therefore, when we divide 85 by 5, we will get it as 17, which is divisible by the number itself. Now in order to find the prime factors of 92, we need to find a least number which is divisible by 92. Therefore, the least number which is divisible by 92 is 2. Therefore, so when we divide 92 by 2, we will get it as 46. Now again, the least number which is divisible by 46 is 2. So when we divide 46 by 2, we will get it as 23, which is divisible by the number itself, that is 23. Now the prime factors of 510 are 2 into 3 into 5 into 17, and the prime factors of 92 are 2 into 2 into 23. Now in order to find the highest common factor, that is HCF, we need to look for the common term in both 510 and 92. Therefore, we have 2 as the common factor in both of them. Therefore, the HCF of 510 and 92 is 2. Now in order to find the least common multiple of these two numbers, we need to multiply the numbers that is left off with HCF. That is LCM equal to 2 into 3 into 5 into 7 into 23 into 2, which will get it as 23,460. Now I request you to verify that LCM into HCF equal to product of two numbers, where you will get 46,920 on both the sides. Now let us move on to the third main question, where they have asked us to find the LCM and HCF of the following integers by applying the prime factorization method. In that, the first question they have given it as 12, 15 and 21. In order to find their LCM and HCF, we need to find the prime factors of all these three numbers separately. Now let us find the prime factors of number 12. The least number which is divisible by 12 is 2. Therefore, when 12 is divided by 2, we will get it as 6. Again, the least number which is divisible by 6 is 2. When we divide 6 by 2, we will get it as 3. Now here 3 is divisible by the number itself, that is 3. Now let us factorize the number 15. So the least number which is divisible by 15 is 3. Therefore, when we divide 15 by 3, we will get it as 5, which is divisible by the number itself, that is 5. Now let us factorize the number 21. The least number which is divisible by 21 is 3. Therefore, when we divide 21 by 3, we will get it as 7, which is divisible by the number itself, that is 7. Now the prime factors of 12 are 2 into 2 into 3, and 15 are 3 into 5, and 21 are 3 into 7. In order to find the highest common factor in all these three, we need to find the common terms in all these numbers. Therefore, we have 3 in all the three numbers as a common term. Therefore, HCF equal to 3. In order to find the least common multiple, that is LCM, we need to multiply HCF with rest of the terms. That is LCM equal to 3 into 2 into 2 into 5 into 7, which we will get it as 420. Now moving on to the second question, they have given it as 17, 23 and 29. If we observe all these three numbers 17, 23 and 29, all these three numbers are prime. Therefore, highest common factor as 1. And in order to find the LCM, we need to multiply all these three numbers. That is 17 into 23 into 29, which will get it as 11,339. Moving on to the third question, we have 8, 9 and 25. In order to find HCF and LCM of all these three numbers, we need to find the prime factors of all these three numbers, that is 8, 9 and 25. Now in order to find the prime factors of 8, we need to find least number which is divisible by 8, that is 2. Now dividing 8 by 2, we will get it as 4. Now again, the least number which is divisible by 4 is 2. If we divide 4 by 2, we will get it as 2, which is divisible by the number itself, that is 2. Now in order to find the prime factors of 9, we need to find least number which is divisible by 9, that is 3. So when we divide 9 by 3, we will get it as 3. Now 3 is divisible by the number itself, it is 3. And now in order to find the prime factors of 25, we need to find a least number which is divisible by 25. Therefore, the least number which is divisible by 25 is 5. When we divide 25 by 5, we will get it as 5, which is divisible by the number itself. Now the prime factors of 8 are 2 into 2 into 2, and the prime factors of 9 are 3 into 3, and the prime factors of 25 are 5 into 5. Now in order to find the HCF and LCM, we need to find the common terms in all these three things. Since we don't find any common terms in all these three numbers, the HCF will be 1. and therefore the LCM will be the product of all these three numbers, that is 8 into 9 into 25, which is equal to 1800. Now moving on to the fourth question, they have given us HCF of 306 and 657 equal to 9, and we need to find the LCM of these two numbers. So they have given us HCF as 9, and we know that LCM into HCF equal to product of two numbers, that is LCM into HCF they have given it as 9, which is equal to 306 into 657. Therefore finding LCM equal to 306 into 657 divided by 9. Therefore we will get LCM as 22,338. Okay, now let us move on to the fifth question, that is check whether 6 to the power n can end with a digit 0 for any natural number n. So in order to prove this, we must remember the condition that for any number to end with the digit 0, its prime factorization must include 2 and 5 as its prime factors. So the prime factorization of 6 to the power n will give us 2 into 3 whole to the power n. So here we have only 2 to the power n as its prime factor. We don't have 5 as its prime factor. Therefore 5 is not a prime factor of 6 to the power n. So if you take any values for n, that number will not be divisible by 5, and hence for any values of n, 6 to the power n will not be divisible by 5. Therefore 6 to the power n cannot end with the digit 0 for any natural number n. Now let us move on to the sixth question, where they have asked us to explain why 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13 and 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 5 are composite numbers. Now first let us take 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13. So in this we have 13 as a common. Now let us take the common term 13 outside, and inside the bracket we can write it as 7 into 11 into 1 plus 1. This will become 13 into 7 into 11, we will get it as 77 plus 1, which will become 13 into 77 plus 1 as 38, which will get it as 13 into 78. Now this 78 can be further factorized into 13 into 6. Therefore the given expression 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13 have 6 and 13 as its factors, where the prime number will be having only one factor. Therefore the given expression is a composite number. Now let us move on to the next expression, that is 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 5, where we have 5 as a common term. So now let us take 5 outside, and inside the bracket we will get it as 7 into 6 into 1 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 1, which we will get it as 5 into 1008 plus 1, which we will get it as 5 into 1009. Now the number 1009 cannot be factorized further. Therefore the given expression has 5 and 1009 as its factors, where the prime number will be having only one factor, and hence it is a composite number. Okay, now let us move on to the seventh question, where they have asked us, there is a circular path around the sports field. Sonia takes 18 minutes to drive one round of the field, while Ravi takes 12 minutes for the same. Suppose they both start at the same point and at the same time and go on the same direction. After how many minutes will they meet again at the starting point? So from this, it can be observed that Ravi takes lesser time than Sonia for completing one round of the circular path. So they will meet first time at the time which is common multiple of the time taken by them to complete one round. That is, we need to take LCM of 18 minutes and 12 minutes. So in order to take LCM, we need to factorize these two numbers. So in order to factorize 18, we need to find a least number which is divisible by 18, that is 2. So when we divide 18 by 2, we will get it as 9. Now the least number which is divisible by 9 is 3. Therefore, when we divide 9 by 3, we will get it as 3, which is divisible by the number itself, that is 3. Now in order to factorize 12, we need to find the least number which is divisible by 12, which is 2. So when we divide 12 by 2, we will get it as 6. Now again, the least number which is divisible by 6 is 2. Therefore when we divide 6 by 2, we will get it as 3, which is divisible by the number itself, that is 3. Now the prime factors of 18 are 2 into 3 into 3, which can be written as 2 into 3 square, and the factors of 12 are 2 into 2 into 3, which can be written as 2 square into 3. Now in order to find their LCM, the product of factors raised to highest exponent, that is 2 square into 3 square, which will get it as 36. Therefore, Ravi and Sonia will meet together at the starting point after 36 minutes. Thank you, friends.